The hardest part about weight loss isn't the workouts, it's not the diet, it's not the consistency, and it's not motivation. You have an identity problem. That is the hardest thing by far when it comes to losing weight and finally getting down to that goal weight, that goal physique, the goal body that you've always dreamed of. And it doesn't matter what type of person you are, whether you've used to be in shape and you just can't even picture that version of yourself anymore because it's been so long, or if you're someone who's been overweight majority or your entire life, the same thing applies. There's this wall that you have to break through. And so I know this feeling where you literally can't fathom or picture a version of yourself who's actually done it, who's actually down to the weight that you want to be. And so the key is you have to have this shift, right? And the shift will only happen if you do the reps. So if you do the work, right? So you start, doing the workouts, you start doing the steps, you start tracking, you're doing the weigh-ins, you're doing all these things, right? You're doing the reps to get there. Guess what starts to happen? Suddenly you start to see whether it's, the scale goes down a little bit or clothes start fitting a little tighter, they fit better. You're getting compliments from friends or family, and guess what happens? Now, even if it's faint, you start to see that version of yourself. You start to see it, and guess what happens? Once you can see that version of yourself, even if it's just barely, you can start to see it, you already have it. You're already there. You just have to catch up to that future version of yourself. Imagine it like a lag or delay. You're literally already there. It's almost like you get a payment and it's pending, right? And it's pending, and let's say it gets hit with something and now it's gonna take even longer. Or maybe it's a package that you delivered or you ordered, you already bought it. But the thing is that it hasn't came yet. It hasn't showed up to the house. And the same thing, maybe the payment hasn't hit your account, but the thing is it's confirmed. It's already there. So the only way that you can get there, if you're worried, you're like, well, I can't see it. I can't even see that version of myself who's done it. I can't picture it in my head. It doesn't matter. You just have to get started today. You have to put the work in, and guess what? The reps that you do, the work that you do, that's where the vision will follow. That's how the vision will become created. And I'm telling you, once you can see it, it's over. You'll finally be able to get there. But the hardest part is the very beginning because, you literally can't fathom it. You're like, I can't see this happening. I had a client who said this to me. He was like, I can't even see myself, down to 220. He's always been overweight his entire life. And the thing is like, you will. Once you start to, it's just like a snowball effect, In the beginning, it's like you got this little snowball and it's pretty lame, right? But as you start to build and you're rolling it, and you're pushing it, and you're going over, now you have this big old snowball, and this exact same thing with weight loss. So I hope this video really shifts your perspective. I hope that you really digest what I'm saying, because this isn't just like, the thing when I bring up identity is it's not talked about. So people think it might be some woo-woo mindset stuff. No, this stuff is 100% real. And I've actually studied this stuff before. It's how you're able to change your own perception. It's called a paradigm shift. And the thing that you have right now is this paradigm that controls you. It's saying that there is no way that, I could possibly be this version of myself, right? And that's the paradigm that you have to break through. That's the wall that I was speaking about. It's an identity problem. But like I mentioned, as you do the reps, as you do the work, you finally start to see that vision. And that's when you should be so excited, because now you're like, this is really gonna work for me. But it's not easy. And I don't know how long it'll take for you. If you're on your journey alone, it will take even longer. You don't have a coach by your side, but even if you do it alone, it depends on the person. Sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes a year, sometimes it's quicker than other people. Junior lost 27 pounds in 2 months, but not everybody's like that. It's different from person to person. Habits form at different rates. And what I've noticed is it's from urgency. Some people, if it's really urgent for them, the habit will form so much faster. But if it's not a big want or a big need to want to change, then it's going to take a lot longer. So watch my video on, having a why, having a strong why for wanting to lose weight, if that's something you're struggling with. But I hope this video really sheds light on, you can get to that goal weight. And it's not this cringe, like you can do it if you put your mind to it. This is like, no, do the reps, see the vision of yourself, and I promise you it will follow.